You need him with you to go shopping. You need him with you to go to the doctors. You need him with you to go to the job interview. You need him with you to change the baby diaper. No man wants to be, okay, a custodian of a woman. He's marrying you. He's not raising you. If you got dependent personality disorder, you won't be in a relationship long. I get this question everywhere I go. I was with him all these years. I got pregnant. He didn't marry me. I'm going to tell you why men tend not to marry their baby moms. A lot of them do. A lot of them do. But the reason why men tend not to marry their baby moms is because a man wants to feel that he chose his wife. Did you hear that? A man wants to feel he chose his wife. He don't want to feel like he was forced. If a man thinks you deliberately trapped him, he will not marry you because you broke his trust. The balance and power between men and women is y'all choose when the babies come, but we choose when the wedding bells ring. Did you hear that? Y'all choose when the babies come, but we choose when the wedding bells ring. And if you choose that baby before the wedding bell rings, you may never hear it. Ladies, don't marry this type of man. Narcissistic personality disorder. This is the male version of histrionic. Women tend to be diagnosed as histrionic, and men tend to be diagnosed as narcissistic. They both think they're what? God's gift to the world. Don't you marry one of these brothers. God's gift to the world. He expects you to treat him like he's a superstar. He requires excessive admiration, lacks empathy, and can be very nasty to other people. This is a man who ain't looking for a wife. He wants a fan. He wants a groupie. Do you feel me? You're not allowed to talk unless you're spoken to. This is the brother who looks you square in the face and says, you should be happy I'm even dating your ass. Okay, low self-esteem, don't think you can do better, pathological loneliness, you can't stand to be alone long enough to fix your problems, emotional neediness, low self-worth, or you got a core belief that you deserve punishment. Women who constantly attract these type of men, okay, believe these types of things. Know your non-negotiables. When you meet a man and you digging him, it's important to put out your non-negotiables. A man has no right to know your personal information early in a relationship, but he does have a right to know your non-negotiables. This is to protect you and make sure you're not wasting your time. Let him know, when I get pregnant, if I have a child, I expect to be home for the first 2 years of my child's life. I'm not throwing him into the daycare. He need to know that. You don't throw that on him once you get pregnant, okay? That's very important. Put your non-negotiables out there. The problem is you don't put them out. You want to hide them because you don't think they're too attractive, and then you want to throw them on them at the last minute, and it destroys the relationship. We do this with our sons. You got a son in 8th grade. He's an awesome basketball player. Now, guess what? He's also brilliant. So there's some magnet schools around the city who ain't known for sports, but they known for getting students into college. But because he wants to be the next Michael Jordan, he wants to play the hood. Because the hood is in Sports Illustrated for the #1 basketball team in America, but they're also in the Daily News for most shootings after school. Are you with me? Yeah. So for a decision like that, you got to let your son know, look, if you are as good as you say you are, it don't matter what high school you go to, you're going to get discovered. Are you with me? If you're as good as you say you are, it don't matter what college you go to, you're going to get discovered. It doesn't matter the name on the shirt. It's the brilliance and the ability in the mind of the person who has the shirt on. So I'm saying that to say sometimes we let our kids make adult decisions. And what you got to understand is this, mothers. When you let your child make an adult decision, if that decision disrupts their quality of life, they will come back and blame you. Where the grandmom is raising the kids, and the daughter is leaving the kids on the grandmom with no guilty conscience. Do you want to know why? I know because I talk to these girls. You know what they tell me in high school? They say, Mr. Johnson, if she didn't let me let my boyfriend, if she didn't let me let my boyfriend spend nights in her house, I wouldn't be pregnant. So because she let me mess my life up, she's also partly responsible. So when I leave my kids and go out all night, no, I'm not guilty. You want to know why? Because if she was doing her job as a mother, I would have never had those children. Are y'all with me? Understand this. Sometimes I know it's difficult to look your child in the eye and take something from them that you know that they want. I know it's difficult, but I always want you to say this to yourself whenever you're faced with a situation like that. Will he love me 10 years from now for having done this? or will he hate me 10 years from now from having done that? Do you follow me? Because we got a situation in our community where a lot of our children hate their parents. They're hating their mothers because you put men in front of your sons. You're putting men in front of your daughters. Let me tell you something about a child. You cannot lie to the spirit of a child. When that man comes in that house, the child knows right here in their heart whether he's here for my mother or here for me too. You follow me? You can't lie to a child. I got kids coming to me all the time. Boys who hate their mothers. Daughters who hate their fathers. My dad had a nerve to get remarried to somebody who wants nothing to do with his children. My dad told me that his wife wished he never even spent any more time with us. That I'm taking too much time away from him. This ain't what was said to my father, but this is what I'm hearing from children I work with in the schools. Are y'all with me? Understand this. You can have 1,000,001 husbands, 1,000,001 boyfriends, 1,000,001 bed partners. Those children are yours for life. And you better make sure you put them first and never put a man above them.